Ass out like you're at a P. Diddy party. Chest forward.
There you go.
That's how you ride, man. All right, the goal here is to get up to 100 miles an hour.
100 miles an hour.
That's the goal. As long as there's nobody coming towards you. Come on. There we go. We might get some snow next Friday. We might get snow. And it's definitely going to be, the high is going to be in the 40s. It's cold for us damn Texas boys. So
yeah.
I got him out here today. A little bit of coaching, a little bit of practice, some back road riding, discussing the differences between the camel tank. You know, we're just out here bullshitting today. Yeah. But I would like to get y'all's opinion on some stuff. Who's qualified to coach? Who's a qualified coach? Is it somebody who's more experienced than you that might teach you bad habits? Or is it somebody that you trust? Or is it a pro? Do you really have to go to a pro?
Do they have a license for an off-road instructor?
I don't know. No. You got to be licensed to teach people on the MSF or, you know, whatever country you're in to get your motorcycle license. Yeah. You got to be licensed to teach that course. But to teach off-road, no, you don't. That's kind of been my issue, why I want to get on here and give people, you know, advice, not advice, because advice will get you in trouble. I want to give people what works for me.
Yeah.
You know, I want to tell people like this works, and then you got some people that are like, well, you've never raced and you don't have a whole lot. I don't have any WWE belts or Dakar belts under, you know, associated with my name. So it's like, I don't want to get on here and give any advice.
But to us average Joes, you know a lot more than I do.
Right, so. And that's what I'm thinking. So if you see me giving advice and I'm just an average guy, well, you're just an average guy too. You know, the way I see it and the way I do it is I take information from everybody and find out what works for me. But where I started off is from the pros, and it's to get the basics down, right? Like body position, and suspension, or bike setup. But that's what I'm trying to work with him now because of our trip that we're planning. It's not necessarily a BDR trip. It's going to be an adventure trip. This year, 2025, we're going to start off in Moab and then do a little bit of the Utah BDR up to Evanston. Mm-hmm. And then in Evanston, we're going to shoot over to the Wyoming BDR. And then from the Wyoming BDR, depending on how long he takes, we're going to shoot on over to, I keep wanting to say Deadwood. So Deadwood, South Dakota. The thing is to make it more enjoyable and less painful in the riding aspect of it. I done went way off track. I forgot what the hell I was talking about.
Well, I mean.
Oh, experience. Experience.
Like when he told me when I got the Africa Twin, like I'm sitting there, I'm riding like normal. He goes, point your toes in. You be a little bit more comfortable when you stand up. Put your heel, put your feet
drop
like
your
this.
heels.
You drop your heels and stuff like that. I was like, man, I'm doing fine. I don't need that. And then I did it. And I'm like, oh, that's what he meant. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because whenever you find yourself in a sticky situation, that's where it's like, yeah, we can work your way through it. But say you're going at a decent clip and oh crap, here comes some sand. Well, if you're already on your toes, all you got to do is drop your heels more and lean back. Body position needs to be an instinct. And having a dirt bike, which is what we're working on next, having a dirt bike, like if you've seen Adam Riemann, if you've seen his videos, he just recently made a video about having a dirt bike will definitely put you on an express lane to learning how to handle these bikes, because handling these bikes, It's something else.
One thing I have learned as far as the off-road world goes. Off-road world goes. A lot of egos out there, man. There's a lot of big heads out there. Like, I know more than you, and you're fat. You can't do it. And I'm like,
anybody can do anything. Yeah, so. It's and like I said in my last Utah, I forgot which video it was, but determination will beat out skill all the time.
Yeah.
If you got determination, you can get through anything with the right bike setup and the right, foundation. You've got to have a good foundation. Like you wanted to go out to Hidden Falls to practice. Whereas, yes, that's good practice, but you have to get the fundamentals down first of clutch control and popping little wheelies and balance.
And I could never pop wheelies on Africa Twin. And then this boo just, I'm like,
well, it just comes with, having a dirt bike. Yeah. Having a dirt bike, that's where you want to, yeah, I know, the sun's facing
make up its mind.
Yeah, I know. Well, it said it was going to get sunny. But no, I just wanted to pop in here and see, hell, would you take advice, or would it be warranted for an average Joe to even jump on here and try to say, hey, this is what works for me? I don't know. I mean,
you can consider this too, that there's some people on YouTube that'll just tell you whatever because they're selling it,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you wear these boots and your riding will be much better. Well, come on, man.
Yeah, that is the thing, is try and find somebody who's not really biased. But the one thing that I can say is that my information that I would be regurgitating all comes from pros.
Yeah.
It's like I learned all this stuff and I practiced all this stuff. I put it into practice. So, I guess I would have to preface all of my videos by saying that.
And I thought I did research. I'm kind of thorough, but
he started this crap.
Yeah, I did.
He really did.
I did.
He started it because when I got my Multistrada, he was like, oh, you got an ADV bike. I'm like, I just got what I thought was a cool looking bike that I could go hit some dirt roads on.
And then I started showing him videos of people camping out in mountains and all the shit that I wanted to do.
And saw the BDRs and I'm like,
his head just went.
Yeah. And
I want to do that.
And it's been nonstop ever since.
I created a monster.
Yeah. And what I realized is how having a dirt bike, and then shortly after that is when my son got into dirt bikes. And then I was like, oh, dirt bikes is way more fun than going 200 miles an hour. I got rid of my sport bikes. So that's what I do, is I'm constantly studying. I'm watching, I like videos to where I can see people's body motion, body movements. That's why I like to have the chest mount on with my 360.
Yeah, well, that's
on the
why
dirt
I
bike.
Do the 360 coming out of an angle, so that way you can see.
Right.
I can see you from right here on the 360.
We just put the crash bar, the touch crash bars on his bike, but what I want to get is the nice CNC crash bars. They're really small. I don't want them for the crash bar, for the protection. I want it for a mount.
It's the world's most expensive 360 mount, man. Yeah. Come on.
You can do instructional videos, and the ones with body language, like I signed up for the MX Factory. That's where I learned so much, because it's just the fundamentals. The MX Factory, his course, you go online, it's like $260 or $30 or something like that. It ain't cheap. But you go out there, you practice those drills, and he makes it to where you can see it. He demonstrates it for you and rides around, and then you can do it that way. So that's the main thing. Get out there and practice what you learn. Like I watch so many videos, and I'm constantly going over it in my head. If you don't have a dirt bike, get a dirt bike. It really helps, or a smaller dual sport bike, something that doesn't cost so much whenever you drop it. Get out there, practice, go have fun, keep riding, hit some dirt. That's it. What was it? Is it lunchtime?
Almost.
All right. We're going to go get a burger. Is that about it? I mean,
that's about it. I mean, we could do a quick vid on my bike setup, but how I think it's going to be ass backwards by the time we hit the BDR, because I'm going to lose so much weight.
Yeah.
So much weight. And can we make this softer?
What?
The front?
The forks?
Because I'm sitting there going,